The universe had witnessed many great battles, cosmic gods waging war across nebulae, armies of unimaginable power clashing in the cold abyss of space. Singular forces of destruction rewriting the laws of existence with a mere gesture. Yet even among these titanic struggles, whispers spoke of Apex, the warrior who never lost, the being who evolved beyond limits, the predator who made extinction his legacy. He had crushed the strongest of the Shi'ar gladiators, leaving their blood to stain the Colosseum sands. He had shattered the Kree Supreme war machine, tearing it apart piece by piece. He had battled a celestial guardian, adapting to its cosmic might until he stood over its broken form, absorbing its energy like a black hole devouring light. Apex was not a conqueror. He was not a hero. He was the culmination of war itself. And now his path led him to Earth, not by choice, but by instinct. A pulse, a call, a force so raw and untamed that even he felt its pull. A power unlike any he had ever encountered. It was rage incarnate. It was strength without equal. It was the Hulk. The sky split apart as Apex fell from the heavens. A black comet wreathed in fire. He crashed into the deserts of New Mexico like a divine hammer striking the earth. The impact was a cataclysm. The land trembled. A storm of dust and shattered rock exploded outward. Miles away, seismographs registered the force of his arrival, mistaking it for an earthquake. And at the epicenter of this destruction, Apex rose. His form, humanoid yet something more, gleamed beneath the desert sun. Silver and black plates shifted over his towering physique, shifting, adapting. His void-like eyes scanned the world around him. Though his focus was already locked elsewhere, he could feel the presence of the anomaly. He could sense the energy, the raw gamma radiation coursing through the land like a pulsing vein. Then far in the distance, the mountains shook. A roar, primal and earth-shattering, tore through the air. The sound of something waking, something angry. And then he appeared, the Hulk. His emerald skin glistened with sweat beneath the sun. Each footfall sent tremors through the land. Muscles rippled like tectonic plates shifting under strain. His eyes burned with unrelenting fury, locked onto the intruder, standing amidst the ruins of his crash. For a moment there was silence, a single instant where two forces of nature simply existed, staring one another down, the predator and the monster. Then Apex spoke, his voice a deep reverberating growl. "You are the anomaly." Hulk cracked his knuckles, his teeth bared in a snarl. Big words. "You break easy?" Apex's lips curled into a knowing smirk. "I do not break. I evolve." The ground erupted. Hulk lunged with the force of a living missile, his fist cocked back. The air itself howled as the punch was thrown. An impact that had shattered entire continents before. A force no living being should survive. And yet, Apex did not dodge. He let the punch connect. The force blasted through him, sending shockwaves across the desert. The impact tore apart the very ground beneath their feet. A lesser being would have been atomized on the spot. But Apex did not fall. He did not stagger. Instead, he adapted. His body rippled, shifting as the damage registered. His molecular structure rewrote itself in real time, hardening, strengthening, absorbing the very force that had been meant to destroy him. His muscles expanded, his frame grew, his density doubled. He became the force that had struck him. Hulk's eyes narrowed. For the first time in a long, long time, he felt something strange. Not anger, not rage, curiosity. Apex clenched his fist. He felt the new strength coursing through him, calculated, perfected. He lifted his gaze to Hulk and smirked. Round two, his punch came like a lightning strike. Faster than any eye could track, denser than a collapsing star. Hulk barely had time to brace before the impact detonated against his chest. For the first time in years, Hulk was sent flying. He crashed through stone and sand, tumbling, tearing through the landscape like a meteor. When he finally ground to a halt a mile away, he exhaled. And then he grinned. His massive hands dug into the earth, his fingers clenching into the broken stone. He could feel it, the challenge, the fire burning in his veins. He stood, rolling his shoulders. "Okay." He cracked his neck. "Hulk likes you." Apex flexed his fingers, feeling the raw power flowing through him. The Hulk's strength was already his own, but he wanted more. The monster and the predator locked eyes once more. Then they charged. The second collision made the first look like a whisper. When they clashed, mountains collapsed. The sky split open. A shockwave rippled outward, turning the desert into a cratered wasteland. Every impact sent another tremor through the earth. Each strike was an extinction-level event. And through it all, Apex's body continued to evolve, adapting to every blow, every counter, every ounce of fury Hulk unleashed. But Hulk was not afraid, because Hulk only had one rule: the angrier he got, the stronger he became. And this fight had only just begun. The battlefield was no longer a desert. It was a wasteland, a war-torn graveyard of shattered mountains and molten craters. Apex and the Hulk stood amidst the destruction, their bodies bruised, their power towering beyond anything Earth had ever witnessed. Apex had fought gods, titans, and cosmic forces, but this battle, this was something else. Hulk wasn't slowing down. Every attack, every punch, every bone-shattering impact. Apex adapted, but Hulk escalated. Every second, the Gamma Titan grew stronger, his muscles swelling with uncontrolled, infinite rage. Apex clenched his fists, his adaptive biology working at hyperspeed to counter the ever-growing monster before him. His body hardened, his bones densified, his muscles reinforced themselves with layered bioarmor. He had evolved past destruction before. He would do it again. He lunged. His speed quadrupled, his reflexes surpassing the limits of perception. He was faster than before, stronger than before, better than before. His punch ripped through sound itself, a blow capable of shattering solar systems. And Hulk caught it. Not blocked it, caught it. Apex's mind processed 1,000 scenarios in less than a second. Every outcome, every possibility, and for the first time in his existence, he saw no path to victory. Because Hulk was no longer just strong, he was beyond reason. Hulk grinned, his emerald eyes gleaming with a fire Apex had never encountered. You adapt. Hulk just gets stronger. Then Hulk swung. His punch carried the force of a collapsing reality. The shockwave didn't just shake the land, it ripped the atmosphere apart. Apex's entire frame caved inward. His adaptive armor, his bio-enhanced muscles, his ultra-dense skeleton, all of it shattered in an instant. His consciousness flickered. His body tried to evolve, but there was nothing left to adapt to, because Hulk had hit him with something no creature could survive: infinity. The force sent Apex hurtling across the planet, his body bouncing across the curvature of the Earth, smashing through mountains, oceans, continents. He tumbled across existence itself, his molecular structure barely holding together. And then silence. The once unstoppable Apex lay in a crater thousands of miles away, his body unresponsive, his adaptations failing. His legendary evolutionary reflex flickered, trying to process the damage. But the fight was already over. For the first time, Apex had not evolved fast enough, and as the dust settled, Hulk stood victorious. He exhaled, his massive chest rising and falling as his rage dimmed, just enough to let him speak. One final truth: Hulk is strongest there is. He turned and walked away, leaving behind the battlefield and the undeniable proof that no warrior, no force of nature, not even the ultimate predator himself, could match the raw, limitless power of the Hulk.